Hello, welcome. Waiting for a few people to show up. Let's see what we have here. Welcome, waiting for I'm going to have a drawing today because it's my birthday weekend. Yay! So we'll see what comes up in the comments here in a few moments. I'm going to try to make sure that I look at them because I seem to forget to look at them. Hey, hi Kathy. Thank you. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to switch us down to my desktop. And there we go. So we're going to play around with the Hydrangea Suite. I do have the pearls and the ribbon right here with me, but I've cut all my paper. So you can see this beautiful paper and this mercury glass acetate as well. I will be using that too. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the Hydrangea Hill. Oh, let me try and get my rubber band off of there. This is the stamp set, and as you can see, it's two-step stamping, and this is just like a splotch. So this goes behind here, and this here, and this here, and this here. And then we have several sentiments, and including some tiny sentiments like that and I love you and congrats. Okay, and then on the other side we have the dies that go with it. Now this produces a bunch of single flowers. Okay, and it cuts and embosses them, and of course you know that will go in here, and so you can produce your detail here. Okay, so now I have all of mine set up and already on blocks. We're going to get started with the first card, and the first card is this pretty card right here with the ribbon. And you'll notice that I cut my hydrangea apart from the leaves. Okay, and then this one is the fill. I did that so that I could use this separately and maybe just make a few things on it. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to find my ink. I'm using Highland Heather for the hydrangea. Hi Cindy, how are you? And I'm going to use Old Olive for my detail, which let me take this away for a few seconds, and then I will go ahead and, you know what? I need to put this so that I can get the right angle. So that is one drawback to cutting it, but okay. Okay, so that is taken care of. And then we're going to stamp off on, whoop, sorry, I am losing my paperwork here. We're going to stamp off the fill because we want that to be subtle. There we go. All right. So next thing is running it through the Big Shot. Let me bring that in. And I have a well-loved plate, bottom plate. Ooh, I got that right on. Just a little bit. All right. So we're going to cut that with the die. And you can fussy cut it if you need to. It's okay to fussy cut. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to try and keep my cards to like keeping them short so that they're not a huge, you know what I mean? Oh goodness, I can't even think. Just not a huge time consuming thing. So I've already made my ribbon, and this is going to go on the inside. And I'm going to use my seal. Okay. And I'm trying to make sure that it's all lined up. All right. And then I couldn't decide which side I wanted to use, so I'm going to use the bouquet side. Okay. And it does not have a pattern to it, so, or a direction to it, so it doesn't matter which section you put on. And then I'm going to put, this is the other side, so I'm going to go ahead and line this up. And I'm doing this, sorry, off camera. I'm doing this with a 1/8 inch border here. And you can hear my family in the background cleaning up the dishes. Okay, so this matches, and I will have all of this posted on my blog. Okay, and I forgot about this. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. Stitch stars. Rectangle stitches. Okay, I'm going to run this off on the, so this is the fourth one from the inside. The fourth one from the inside. I'm going to just run this through real quick. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to do it. Okay, there we go. I completely forgot to get out my die. So we'll move that over there. And this is just going to go flat on here. And it's about centered, okay? So we're going to do that, and then this is going up on dimensionals. Lots of dimensionals. And we'll do a couple of skinny ones, or at least one skinny one for the stem. Okay. And I may have to trim this one. Yep. I will have to trim. I'm shaking because I had a huge coffee earlier today. Okay, so nice and simple. And this one does not get a sentiment on the front. Now you can put one if you like, but I chose not to. I think the hydrangea itself is too pretty to worry about getting a sentiment on it. So let's get glue dots. I still have and we'll put that right there, and then use this to trim it up. And 1, 2, 3, we have a card. Okay, so that's card number 1. And let's get rid of some stuff. Okay, card number 2. And like I said, I will have all of the measurements on my blog. Card number 2 is this beautiful card. Okay. There we go. And first thing we're going to do is run this designer paper through the Big Shot. And I'm putting it as close to the edge as I can get it so that I can get both out of it. And hopefully I can. Okay, that's one. Yep. And that's going to be two. Well, not much of a bouquet on that second one, but we'll hide it. Okay. So, and this is with the stitched squares, and it's number 7 on the stitched squares. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I might have to use that. Okay. So first things first, we're going to stamp some splotches on this paper. And this is the splotch, and we're going to use Melon Mambo. Is splotch really a word? And I think we're going to stamp off on this because that is pretty intense color. See, even that is a brilliant color. So we're going to take that and we're going to use the Gorgeous Grape. And we'll stamp off with that. Beautiful. Whoop. I think I got ink on me. Okay, so we'll clean that up later. All right, so the next thing is for us to, okay, my nails are too long. The next thing is for us to go ahead and get these squares on here. Now, they do have a direction. So, like I said, there's not much of a bouquet on this one. Let me get down a little further. Well, let's see. There we go. Okay, so we're going to actually just put these down with seal. And one there, and one there. And then I have 2 pieces of scrap here. One is for my flowers and one is for my sentiment. And they're both going to be done in, well, where's my sentiment? Okay. Oh, wrong color. color. We're going to be using Highland Heather for the flowers and Melon Mambo for the sentiment. Okay, so Melon Mambo. And trying to make this fast for you. All right, so we're going to use this die for the sentiment. And I was going to say, I seem to have lost my die, but this die for the flowers. So let's go ahead and bring the Big Shot back over here. And I have not purchased the new machine because I have 3 of these Big Shots, and I think that I should use them until they can't be used anymore. So let's go ahead and line things up. Gotta go in the right direction. Splotch or blob or smear. Yeah, you're right, Kathy. Okay. Oh, I didn't line that flower up very well. Let's see if I can do that again. I evidently had it slide when I did the... Okay, it doesn't help if I leave the die on the bottom. Okay, that's better. Oh my goodness, it's moving around. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's much better. So we'll get rid of the scrap and we'll put the card together. So, dimensionals again. Dimensionals there, and dimensionals near the top. Because you are amazing. I'm going to move that off center a little bit. Okay, and I am going to use my light Melon Mambo to color in my flowers. And I'm not going to color them in 100%. Okay, that will lighten up in a bit. Okay, so now we need to attach and again, using an 1/8 inch border, trying to make it oh, I did it. I messed up. I didn't flick it. Darn it. You do have to flick back to cut off your seal, okay? And then this will have a 1/4 inch border. And we need some pearls. Oh, and my bow. I forgot my bow. And what I did with the bow was I colored it with a light petal pink. Because all I have is white baker's twine. Okay, so let's clip these off just a little bit. And let's get some pearls on here. Oh, can't even remember which side the pearls come out of. I replaced this tip, and for some reason it didn't want to fit. So I had to mess with it quite a bit. And we'll put one right there. And there you have it. 2 beautiful cards. Okay. Card number 3. Lots of pearls on this one. And this one actually is quite simple. Just cut this to fit at the top and about 2/3 of the way down. And then I'm going to stamp "You Make Me Smile" at the bottom in Misty Moonlight. Oh, I forgot my piercing pad. Okay, and then we're going to cut a bouquet out. And this is going to go pretty fast. And you always want to move your paper versus your scissors so that you get a good cut. And you can tell I'm not really good at fussy cutting. I just can't seem to keep that white edge perfect like you do with the dies. But I try. I have to do a lot more fussy cutting. So what has everybody been doing since we've had our freezing time, and now we had a huge storm last night and hail? Oh my goodness. Can the weather get any stranger? All right, so we also need our gold stripe, and I'm just going to put that well, I guess I should try and center it. And that's just to cover up the seam. And I have a bow around here somewhere. Just give me a second to find it. What did I do with the bow? There we go. And I made this bow so that the ears flip up. And I'm not sure how I did that, but it works. Okay, so we need dimensionals on the back of this. Lots of dimensionals on this so that you don't have any sagging in the center. Okay, and this actually gets stamped with this, and I'm putting this back in place so you can see that you can do that. And it's going to get stamped in Highland Heather, so we have tone on tone. Bear with me 1 second while I get my paper here. I do need to fold this so that it gets everything perfect. Okay, so we're just going to do tone on tone. And you don't have to do anything in the center. Because that's going to be covered up. So can you see that? Tone on tone. Highland Heather. Perfect. Okay, so now we'll just center this on here. And where'd my glue dots go? There they are. And I always use 2 glue dots just to make sure that it stays secure. Okay, and then some pearls. And I'm using 5 pearls on this. I just want it to be beautiful. And that's 1, 2, 3. And like I said, we'll have all the measurements on the website. And card number 4 is this beautiful card with the acetate. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the base. Okay, and this has a 1/4 inch all the way around. And I'm going to use, oh my goodness. Oh, Kathy, your garden, it was a mess after the freeze. Yeah, I can identify. Ours didn't do much. Okay, so I forgot to score this, but that's okay. It's still good. And I'm going to just, and you need to remember to take the plastic off the back. I forgot to do that on one of my cards and I'm pretty sure that it will come off. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape in the middle, and this will have an 1/8 inch border all the way around it, just so that it can show, and lots of dimensionals. Just so that it can show the blue through. Okay. These nails are good for something. Okay, and this is centered top to bottom and side to side, but you can see that it is actually narrower on the side, and that's okay. All right, so next we have to stamp. Okay. I know I got it out. I evidently didn't. So we will take this bunch, and I think this is done in Misty Moonlight. And we're going to actually stamp 2 of them because one is going to be cut out. Oh. You know what? We'll just do it on the other side. And this one is going to go higher to the center. And then we are going to color them in. And you know what? I forgot. This is the light hydrangea. I forgot my old olive. So I'm going to have to step off camera here in a second. Let's get this colored in. And we're going to give it some dimension or depth with the dark. So we're gonna go where the shadows would be. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on here. Just where the shadows would be. Give me one second. And we're going to use the light old olive. I'm hoping that everybody can hear me okay. Oh, I missed one. Okay. Bullet point so that you can get the fine details. We really don't need to do these bottom ones because they're not going to be seen. They're going to be cut out. So let's go ahead and cut this out. Okay, and we need the one for the bunch. And my top plate. And because this sticks, because I have such an old plate on it. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stick this down flat and centered. And then this is going to get dimensionals on it. All right, and I lost my brown piece. Hold on. There it is. And my white for my sentiment. Well, we'll just have to let me make sure. Okay, I lost. Oh my goodness, the joys of live. Okay. I lost a die. Ah! I lost a die. Oh my goodness. What did I do with it? Okay, I have a big old mess on my desktop here. All right, so we'll just cut the sentiment out and we're going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. And hopefully I can find that die. Oh, there it is. Okay, it fits perfectly. Give me one sec. Oh, let's see. Okay. So you can see I'm cutting it towards the end, and I also need a stitched rectangle. Which I put back. Stitch stars. Oh, right here. And the brown is right there. And I believe it is the very first one. So we'll get that cut. Look at me trying to hurry so we don't have too much time going on. Okay. All right. Last but not least, and now I've lost my flower. Oh, nope, I didn't. Okay, so this is going to go on here like that. And it just matches the size of the circle. And then we're going to place this a little off center so that you can see the back flowers. And then this gets stuck down with, well, let's make sure we get seal on all of it. And this is a nice thank you card. And then a couple of pearls. You know what? I'm going to use a purple one because I can. Well, not that one. Okay. So let's see here. Let me get this off my skin and back onto the sheet. Okay. So there you have. All right, let's get rid of all of this craziness. Clean off the desk and show you all of the cards. Let's get zoomed out a little bit. So there you have all of the cards that we made, and hopefully it didn't take that long, but I can see that this video is quite long, so hopefully. And that is the September host code. So if you use to buy anything or the Hydrangea suite, please use the February host code until February 28th. Okay, and then let's get to, got a little bugger on there. Let's get to the drawing. Okay, so I'm going to have gold cards and envelopes, which are right there, and the Forever Blossoms and Winka Stella as one. And then this is the Gift of Fall add-on, and Thoughtful Blooms, which was a celebration item, and this is a glue holder. That's what I do with my glue to keep it all upright. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see if I can get everything out of the way here and put names in. Well, there's only 2 of you, so Kathy, you get to pick one, and Cindy, you get to pick one. So we'll see which one you want, and I will send those off to you, and we'll see what comes up at the end. Let's go ahead and let's see. Get that off of there, go back to me, and I'm a little splotchy there. I don't know what this glare is all about, but we'll run this through. Blossoms, please. Okay, you got it, and I will send that over to you tomorrow's mail. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Y'all have a great weekend.